Onsite with OhioMeansJobs. This month, instead of shamrocks and basketball, we are proudly celebrating Women's History Month. Now, it's extremely important to recognize women's valued contributions and often unrecognized accomplishments and successes in the workforce. Therefore, we are doing so by focusing on women-owned and managed businesses right here in Lake County. And today, we're on site in Willoughby at Spence Technologies. Since 1996, this locally owned manufacturer has provided companies in Northeast Ohio and all around the United States with precision CNC machined parts. And joining us today is a woman who I feel does not need any introduction, President of Spence Technologies, Sara Spence.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us and taking the time to help us recognize and celebrate the triumphs that women are making not only across manufacturing, but across all industries. So let's start with your background. Tell us more about you, Spence Technologies, and how you got to where you are today.
Yeah. So I started off in my high school not knowing what I wanted to be when I grew up, as I think most students do, unfortunately. Not a ton of exposure to the different career options out there. So I kind of went into college thinking I was going into exercise science. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know what that involved. Took some classes, found out it wasn't for me, changed the major. I actually graduated undergrad with a degree in Bachelor of Arts for Speech Language Pathology. Completely different. Again, it was not something I was exposed to until I was in college. Realized it was not for me, and decided I needed to kind of make a little change. Decided to get a master's in business so that I kind of had a broad, range of options for when I finished. Started working here part-time during the master's. And even though, my father started this company in 1996, he's been in manufacturing his whole life, I still was never really exposed to it because, going to school, it was you're going to go to college and you figure out your own path. And so I didn't really know what manufacturing had to offer. Started working here, found my passion, realized manufacturing was in my blood. I love it. And that's kind of my crazy little windy road of how I ended up in manufacturing and where I'm at today.
Just more proof that a career path doesn't always have to be a straight line.
Oh, and it's not, no.
Now, what are your thoughts about women breaking down barriers and becoming leaders in the workforce?
Yeah, so, interesting, it's kind of twofold for me. I broke a barrier just being in manufacturing because there are not a ton of women in manufacturing. I'm starting to see a shift in that, which is fantastic. We are starting to see more and more women entering, and then breaking the barrier into a leadership role. And really, it's just as any other gender, it's just proving yourself, putting in the hard work, putting in the hours, and gaining that trust and respect with your customers, your employees, and just working your way to the top. I mean, there's just I don't think there should be barriers that we have to break.
And you yourself even sit on a number of board of directors for organizations all throughout the county.
Yes.
So do you have any advice for young females who are maybe curious about entering the field of manufacturing?
Yeah, explore it. There's tons of career options, and it's not even just running a machine. If, that's maybe not your style, but the manufacturing industry in general, there's jobs in quality, inspection, office work, all the way up to management. There's different levels within manufacturing. People hear manufacturing, running a machine. Explore those options. Get in, shadow somebody in a shop, and really see what it's about.
Yes, certainly a plethora of options. Speaking of that, do you currently have any positions available here at Spence Technologies?
We do have positions here. We have machinist positions available, CNC mill and lathe. We do have a few on second, limited availability left on first, but our second shift is definitely available.
Excellent. And where or how can someone go about applying, or the contact information that comes with that?
Yeah, so it's pretty simple to apply. You can either just come on up to the shop and apply in person, and then also resumes can just be emailed to myself at Sara@SpenceTechnologies.com.
Wonderful. Spence Technologies, a family-owned company with all products and materials made right here in the United States. You truly are building America one part at a time. Sara, you're an inspiration and a role model. Together, let's keep breaking those age-old stereotypes together. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for joining us and watching today. Don't forget to hit that like button. And remember, you can always find OhioMeansJobs Lake County on Facebook, LinkedIn, or one of our other social media platforms. And please join us again, because who knows where we're going to end up next on another segment of Onsite with OhioMeansJobs.